It's the kickoff to the 2025 SLS Championship Tour, where all of your favorite skateboarders will be bringing their best to the greatest skate destinations on earth. Welcome to stop one from Miami, Florida. Famous for the Everglades, beautiful Art Deco architecture. It's the cruise capital of the world. You can go anywhere from here. It's still a hidden gem for skateboarding with a deep history of spots and locals who put Miami on the map. Today we're inside Watsco Arena at the University of Miami, where we just saw the women's knockout round happen, and now we have 20 of the world's best men skating through the knockout rounds, hoping to make it into tonight's final on Rumble Premium. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. I'm Paul Zitzer along with Sean Malto. So far, we've had a great day of skateboarding already. Now, taking a look back at last year, we saw Nyjah Huston get the Super Crown win after a few years with no wins from him. But what are we expecting this time around? Street League in general, huge season ahead.
Huge season ahead, and you know, we saw complete dominance from Nyjah last year, looking to continue that into this year. You know, he's been on a 15-year run now, but all these guys are gunning for him. I think we're going to see a lot of progression, and we have such a cool tour this year around.
This year's SLS Championship Tour is all about two paths: arena events and the new spot takeovers. Arena events bring that classic SLS format on a full course. Takeovers are all about big tricks on raw, street-inspired spots. Skaters earn season points at both, and those standings decide who makes it to the Super Crown at the end of the season. The top two that dominate all year will earn a straight shot into the Super Crown final. All roads lead to Sao Paulo. For more information on the 2025 SLS Championship Tour schedule, visit streetleague.com. And here we are with our schedule here today in Miami. We just saw the women's knockout round. Now we're getting ready for 4 rounds in the men's section, followed by the finals tonight on Rumble Premium. Use code SLS Miami to watch. Women's final starts at 5:30 p.m., men's at 7. Taking a look at tonight's start list. Group 1. I like all these groups, but I'm going to point out Jake Ghilardi, first time ever skating SLS. He is in as a replacement latecomer. He can get it done.
But Manny always stays ready.
Indeed, and he's hyped for sure. Men's knockout round, group number 2. It's coming. It's going to be Kelvin Hoffler, 2015 Super Crown champ, and then he took a long hiatus from the podium and then got back there in Chicago a couple of years ago. Can he get it done here today? We'll find out. How about Group 3, Sean? Who do you like?
Hard to bet against Vegas. We got Sora Shirai. He went on a very dominant run last year. See if he can continue to keep it going in 2025.
Group 4, Jamie Foy and Nyjah Huston. I mean, Jamie Foy, 2-time SOTY, skating in front of his hometown. And then Nyjah Huston coming off a Super Crown win. It'll be a fun one. Let's talk about the format here from Miami with the basics. There are 2 sections to Street League, the line section and the single tricks section. Each skater gets 2 45-second line attempts to start, followed by 5 single trick attempts anywhere on the course. A skater's top 4 scores count towards their final. They can use a run score, but it's not required. Those are the basics. Now it's time to kick off the men's 2025 SLS season. Let's meet the skaters. Just who you've been talking about, Sean. Manny Santiago, first skater in, bringing the hype, bringing the heat. He's ready.
Then one of the younger competitors, Daiki Ikeda from Tokyo.
Florida boy. Jake Alardi. This dude is hungry, and he's going to be going for it. He wants to stick around.
Following him up is Braden Hoban, one of the best kickflips in the game. So psyched to see what he does this year from Encinitas, California.
Coming out of Brazil, 2023 SLS Super Crown champion. Say no more. Fakey God, Giovanni Viana. Now it's time to send it down to the third member of our team, Andrew Cannon.
Thanks, guys. So we've got an amazing knockout round ahead of us, but we've got to talk about somebody who's going to be coming up a little later, Giancarlos Gonzalez. So at the Super Crown, unfortunately, we saw Giancarlos take what he said was the gnarliest slam he's ever taken in his entire life. But he is back. He said it took 2 months of recovery before he was able to start skating, and he's feeling really good going into this. I asked him if he was nervous. He said no, that's just a part of the job, and he is looking really good out there. So we've got a lot of amazing competitors. Keep your eyes on Giancarlos Gonzalez. Back to you.
Thank you, Andrew. It's going to be fun to watch. Giancarlos, you never know what you're going to get. Other than hammers, you know you're going to get hammers.
You know you're going to get hammers. Really psyched to see him back on his board, though. That was a heavy one.
Manny Santiago, always representing. From Puerto Rico, from Lowell, Massachusetts. All-around ripper. He's been an SLS pro since 2013.
Ooh.
Did he hang up a little bit?
It looked like kind of gripped on the pop, so he couldn't clear the gap too much. Yeah. There it is. Kickflip into the triangle. Paul, you know exactly what that feels like.
You know that triangle is a memorial to the Space Shuttle Challenger, that one that exploded in the 80s.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, so it's always like, it was always a little, you felt a little disrespectful skating it, but I mentioned my friend Matt Cantor earlier. He's a OG Miami skater, and he said one time he got out of a ticket skating the triangle by saying, like, we're honoring these astronauts, and they would support what we're doing, pushing the boundaries of humankind even, and I thought that was pretty sick. He got out of a ticket.
Very sick.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's run with that.
Manny with the 4.0. Daiki Ikeda coming in next. His first ever SLS stop was Tokyo 23. He came this close to winning. He got second place. He's got the skills. But everything's got to go right when you're trying to make it to the final, especially as sort of more of an unknown versus a lot of these legends.
Yeah, he's still kind of in his rookie era, I would say.
Absolutely. He's a winner of Tampa Am 2022. I mean, that's definitely a way to come out, put your name out there, but then you got to back it up.
Then you got to skate against the pros.
Oh, what? That was scary looking. Cab back lip.
Cab back lip to end it.
On the Cobra rail. Now, that rail is very loosely based on an actual Miami street spot. The real Cobra rail is kind of infamously tall, right? And pretty gnarly. This one is a little less so, but...
Yeah, this one's definitely a lot lower and a little bit shorter, which worked in Daiki's favor right there.
He fought that one, made it happen.
Jamie Foy was actually a little upset. He wanted the Cobra rail to be closer to the dimensions. He liked it taller, a little longer.
Yeah, well, you know, he's proven that he can get it done on a rail like that now, but you show up on this and everybody can, so.
Yeah,
maybe takes away some of his advantage. Jake Ghilardi, skating in his first ever SLS. He was in the Olympics too.
This is his first street league?
Yeah. And he's a contest terminator in many ways. So I kind of expect big things from him. He's super focused. He's skating in his home state. He's from Osprey, so not super close to Miami, but he's got the right vibe.
I watched him throw out the first pitch at a baseball game in Tampa.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
He's a better skater than a pitcher.
Ooh. This is going fakie grind. Back 180.
Back 180 fakie 5-0 down the hubba, which would be a very heavy way to end the run. Regardless, though, starting it out with this big flip. Front board to fakie. What an intro to Street League.
Front blunt on the triangle. I do like the spot tributes. The triangle is a cool one. Shout out to Joel Meinholz. Did one of the coolest tricks ever on the triangle. He started from flat board, slid up it, and then did a nose wheelie down, and then lip slid down it. It was really sick.
I love Joel.
Yeah.
One of the best styles.
Great dude. Braden Hoban. Winner in San Diego last year. We've been waiting for it. Finally got it in front of his hometown crowd.
Brain is one of those guys that has so much pop and bounce, so he doesn't have to go as fast as some of the other guys to be able to handle some of these tricks, which works in his favor, especially in a run when you can kind of cruise up to things and not worry about trying your hardest to get up on top of it.
Yeah, I've always claimed, like, people with extra pop, they have more spot options. It opens up a world of possibilities.
Absolutely. Like, he was not going that fast for the impossible 50-50 and got up there very easily.
Making that front blunt look too easy.
And then this, he just launches up there. Missed the back truck grind a little bit, but you have a little more room for error in the runs than the single tricks.
Huge score, 8.4. No 9s yet today.
No, there is I think the group consensus is that Giovanni won practice yesterday. He was very locked in. Everything came very easy to him.
How do people practice differently, and then what was your strategy to practice?
You know, Gio ran through his run, the run that he's doing right now. He did it probably 35 times. He was very meticulous and went through it and just hammered it in.
Would you do that?
I wouldn't. No, I would do the line a few times and then just kind of like work on the single tricks here and there, and then like just kind of go back and, like, you know, do sections of my lines. But I didn't have as much success as Gio has, so maybe he's doing it a little better.
Well, it takes a really kind of different dedication to run through your line that many times, because your line's not easy, and it takes work, both physical and mental, to stay there all day.
And And the other side of it too, like I was talking to Chris Jocelyn and I was asking about the gap and things, and he was like, no, I know that's there. I know for a fact when I need it, I could do that. So I'll just wait for it until I really need to do it.
Different strategies,
and
different approaches.
Both very successful in the league.
8.8 for Gio, coming in with a great score. So his strategy so far is paying off. But yeah, and then there's somebody like Shane O'Neill who doesn't give you any of what you might see on the course. He just kind of cruises it, takes it easy, and then when it's go time, he'll flip the switch.
Yeah, Shane did a lot more thinking than skating yesterday.
Run 1 in the books for the men's group 1. We've talked about it before, but every Street League course is unique. Custom built at each stop by California skate parks. Let's check in with Braden Hoban as he breaks it down for us.
What's up, guys? It's Braden Hoban. We're here at SLS Miami, and this is the Kona course preview. If you look over here to the left, you got Street League's rendition of the classic pyramid spot in Miami. It's not the same spot, obviously. It's got a bump to it, but this is kind of their take on that spot. It's pretty fun. You can skate over it. You can gap to grinds, skate as a mani pad. So yeah, this is kind of like the middle tech section. So we got flat to down rail. You got these little blue bump to hubbas on the side. A little mini version of the Cobra rail, which is it's pretty cute. Supposedly this is the Cobra rail, their take on the classic Cobra rail in Miami. It's definitely a lot smaller than the real rail, but it's a great time. This is the MLK gap. I ollied it once and just feeling that pack did not make me want to skate it. This is the NMB Hubba classic spot in Miami. They've been skating it for a while. It's really fun. I feel like these two, rail and Hubba, are definitely going to be like the main hit for this contest, you know, as far as just like single tricks go. You know, SLS always kills it on making just fun and unique parks. So yeah, that is the Kona SLS course preview. Hope you guys enjoy the contest. It's going to be a crazy one.
Beautiful course once again. And that NMB Hubba, that was North Miami Beach High School. Bam Margera in the crowd. He's actually, he moved to Florida. He's living in St. Pete now. He's everywhere, but he is all over the place. But yeah, living in Florida, loving it.
This is the first time he's ever seen Street League live.
Wow, welcome to the show, Bam. Happy to have him here. Manny coming out, second run. So that the NMB Hubba, it had those notches in it, and it was very sketchy. Of course, Meinholz used to just skate through the notches, but then Greg Hunt came through on a DC tour and bondoed it, fixed it, nice. So then it was a little bit easier to skate, but.
And Felix Arguelles used to have a cap, a metal cap, so you'd have to call Felix, go get the cap, put it on the Hubba, skate it, and then return the cap.
Shout out to Felix. He's the O-est of the G's in Miami. He's the guy. He was here holding it down before anyone I know. That was like late 80s for Felix.
And Felix and Manny are very close. Look at that kickflip manual. Do you ever think about trying to kickflip manual after the kickflip in?
No, I really wanted to try to backside flip into it, but it was just I was just terrified. And then seeing Ishad come and nollie backside flip into it, just mind-blowing to me. And shout out Danny Fuenzalida also. He's done so many tricks into that thing. Nollie heel, nollie. I think he nollie inward heeled it. He's so great.
Danny Fuenzalida is so good at skating.
Yeah, he really is. He should be here. He should. Yeah, we should have gotten him a wild card spot somehow. Next time. Hey, Danny. All right, Daiki is in, ripping.
I was actually, you know, no offense to Daiki Ikeda, great skater, could win this thing, but he had the same odds as Nyjah.
That's wild. That
Nyjah's won more street leagues than this guy's been alive. I'm wondering where Steak got those odds at.
so it's, you know, smart to bet on Nyjah right now.
I would say.
That's
Man,
a sick one, though.
I hope Daiki proves me wrong though right now.
$1.8. Jake Alardi, Osprey, Florida. He's got a twin brother, Nate Alardi, filmer. So they're a squad. Jake does the skating, Nate does the filming.
Jake's also very talented transition skater.
Yes, he is.
I didn't know that about him.
He's one of those guys that can do a 540 on anything. It's so crazy. Any little transition, he can whip a 540. Great dude, super positive.
People's champ.
Braden Hoban made it look really easy on his first run. I mean, that's how he skates. See if he keeps it going. I would suspect he will. Such a deep bag of tricks. Really, in my opinion, the most unpredictable person out. He can do any of his tricks anywhere. He doesn't seem to be that thoughtful about planning or strategy. He seems to be that talented that he can just throw stuff and land it.
Yeah, and like we were saying before, the pop that he has unlocks a lot of spots for him. So he's able to skate the course in a different way where it's literally physically impossible for other people.
Dakota Servold out there.
David Reyes.
Nice.
Those guys stay on the road. They'll go on 3-month-long skate trips.
Whoa. Half cab back Smith for Gio, starting things off with a bang.
And Gio has a different, way of going about things than Braden. Braden flips his board a lot. Really known for kick flips and pretty much everything. And Gio's more spins, like he'll cab into pretty much anything he wants. So it's like one of those kind of balances of, it's hard to tell which one's better, you know, cab back lip, kick from front board.
Apples and oranges.
Judges have a tough one on their hands.
You know, as a skater, I always have this view of people who are good at things that I couldn't do. I give them more credit. Like, I think they're really good, but skaters that I'm more similar to, I think they're not that good. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think, like, if the judges, it depends how they skate. They might look at Gio and be like, I could never cab back tail that thing or whatever. But the kickflip front board makes sense to me because it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like,
I got you.
Depends who's watching.
And that's why it's good to have a variety of judges.
All right, single tricks still to come. Men's knockout round, Group 1 from Miami, Florida. We'll be back. Stick around.
Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
Here inside Watsco Arena, see Jamie Foy coming up in group number 4, signing autographs, hanging out with fans. Yeah, get that selfie for sure. Welcome back to SLS Miami, presented by Steak. Before we get back to the skating, let's check out SLS in your city, a fan favorite event as we travel the globe for SLS. Locals get the chance to meet some of the SLS pros and win tickets to the event.
What's going on, guys? It's Manny Santiago. We're here at Street League Miami at Lot 11, where tricks are going down.
Taking another look at that California skate parks designed and built Miami course. We got the famous triangle in the foreground. We got the Cobra rail, NMB hubba. Lucy Re-Rack knockout round group 1. Manny Santiago will be coming in first. Giovanni Viana will be rounding out the pack.
Man, that in-your city event was so much fun too. Gus, he was battling that kickflip back 50, but got it.
Nice.
The last bit, got the rest of the cash, so shout out to Gus.
I noticed the F's brothers were there, ripping.
Always,
Yeah.
always. I mean, the locals there. Lot 11 is going to produce a lot of talented skaters.
Yeah, that is a cool park, super nice, well designed. Lot of open area too, which is cool. Nothing cramped there. It's hot though. You better be ready to sweat.
I do like that it's under the underpass though. You get some shade.
That helps a lot, for sure. Jake Gallardi, first of 5 single trick attempts right here. Dude, fatty to flatty over the triangle.
There's some people that have boosted over the actual triangle too, right?
Yeah, yep.
Blake Carpenter, switch ollie, switch back 180.
Man, people have skated that in every way. Brad Cromer went up the triangle. Oh, Dikey. Hard flip, signature Dikey.
That catch was so good. Look at how long the board is on his feet. Flipped quick and just stuck to his front foot. Perfectly flicked, caught. The board just paused. It's exactly how you want to do that.
Braden Hoban, his first line was great. See if he can keep it going here. Oh, kick flip, front nose grind bolts.
Little point to the camera. Again, too, kickflip nose grunts, definitely a hard trick, but the angle you have to go and how sharp that edge is makes it so much more difficult, but he handled that easy.
.81.
I think the triangle is getting scored a little lower than what people were expecting. Just looking at it and talking through tricks with people, kind of thought it was going to be definitely a higher scoring obstacle.
So maybe the points are on the Cobra rail. Cab front blunt for Gio. And like you're talking about, that's for Gio, this is a very stock trick now for him, but no one does cab front blunts down the rail.
No, there's only a few people that have ever done that trick, I feel like, and Gio has it on lock, and so cabbing, spinning away from the rail and getting all the way into the front blunt and giving us our first 9 club.
I feel like that was an easy 9 for him.
Yeah, but this is what Gio works on, you know? It's easy for him, but it's a hard trick that he's just so dialed in, and how he practices and how regimented he is. It's just, it's so impressive that it looks that way, but that is a well-deserved 9.
And now Manny's going to have to bury heel back 50 for his 9. Or feeble.
Manny's such a weird one, because when you skate with him in a normal skate park or even during practice, he doesn't miss. Does not miss. He's one of the most consistent guys. It just doesn't come together when the lights are on.
There we go. Jake Alardi bringing the crowd to life. The Osprey fans are in the house. Boom.
Big tray flip. I think what makes it awkward too is just getting up and over that first tip of the triangle and then carrying it the rest of the way. Chris Jocelyn's going to be looking at this one pretty carefully.
.82, a good score. You know, it's a unique approach. He's the first person to do anything straight over it, so.
I just don't think that triangle is really given the points that people thought. Either which way you skate it, on it, over it.
Oh. I would like to see somebody take the Brad Cromer and go up and over the other way. Brad Cromer front shoved up it.
Ollie up, front shove.
Onto the platform, yeah. There's our judges. Kelly Hart, Jimmy Sweats, Jerron, Big Cat, and over to the left, there's low-key Billy Marks. And props to Matt Rodriguez, who's got to keep those guys in check.
What I do like is all the judges skate differently, so you do get a wide variety. So, like, yeah, you know, talking about the judges, like, Kelly is a very technical ledge skater, while Billy's a jumper. He hucks, he's gnarly.
Yeah, he'll even grab sometimes. Oh!
So a trick like that, Kelly Hart can probably do that trick on a ledge, but someone like Billy, that probably seems like borderline impossible.
What has to happen to do this trick? Shoulders, feet, legs?
Frontside half cab to Siski. First off, if you don't get the right pop at all, you're not getting up there. And then to kind of blindly swivel around.
8.8.
He has these tricks that are just so hard, but his fakie pop is so good that he's able to do it as easy as most people's stock tricks.
Manny. Getting back to what Gio just did, I think one of the most difficult things about certain tricks, I'm assuming a trick like that, is like learning where you need to be looking.
That's true, yeah. You don't know whether to look forward or backwards because your body's going to follow your eyes. So you kind of got to be turning before you pop.
Was that big spin?
He was trying big spin back tail, but you know how it goes in a contest. Take what you get.
Yeah. All right. Dikey. Doing it. So big points for the MLK gap. Might as well go back for him. Trying the back three. See if he takes another crack at that one. Same fall on both of those tricks. Impact.
It's just so hard jumping down that MLK gap. It's such a tall drop. So much can go wrong. It's going cab. Did you say cab back nose grind?
I would guess cab front nose slide, but I mean he could do it all. It could be anything. Cab fakey nose grind. I don't know.
I like cab fakey nose grind.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the way you say it.
Oh, that's what he was. Okay, I didn't even know what he was trying. Okay, Manny gets it done. Varial heel, back 50. Manny's starting to feel it now. We're going to give him the Dios Azul replay. Varial heel, back 50. That's all Manny.
He deserves a Dios Azul after that, for sure.
Yes! Manny with the 9. Get the tattoo gun back out.
Yeah, he puts a star around his 9 club tattoo for every 9 club that he gets, right?
Yes.
And he wants to be able to complete a whole circle around the 9 club logo before he's done skating street leagues.
I don't see a day where Manny is done, ever.
No.
He is relentless since day 1. All right. Jake, back in. Wow. Big spin back tail fakie. Down the NMB hubba.
It's very well done. I mean, it's so hard to pop that trick too. And something tall like that.
Yeah, I could see bouncing the tail off the ledge for like a couple hours before getting one into a back tail.
Yeah. It's a lot easier on something low.
8.8, huge score for Jake. He's in second place.
It's actually a very solid score.
All right, Dikey set back up on top of the MLK gap. Bolts.
He has a cool backside 360. It's a lot more scoopy than the traditional ones these days. You can tell because that front foot comes off just a little bit. Kind of the new age is like the ollie turn.
They control it around, but his is more in the takeoff, huh? With the scoop. 8.5, good score. Dikey in second, Jake Ghilardi getting bumped to third. But Braden Hoban on deck. He just needs an 8 to move up into second. He's got 8s all day.
That was like a kick turn. That was insane. Kickflip front crook.
Were you at that resurrection, the Hubba one, where he just came out?
I actually wasn't, but I saw the replays. But he is definitely a Hubba skater.
Yeah.
He excels in ledges that go down. Kickflip front crook, he did that with precision.
.9, good enough for second. Jake Ghilardi now outside that top 3.
And since Braden and Dikey are tied, they go to the line score, right?
Yes, correct. They go to the line score. Okay, there we go. Cab, back nose grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Cab nose grind.
Cab nose grind. Right. I could say fakie full cab back nose grind. Just having extra words.
Fakie full cab to fakie nose grind.
Wow. So Giovanni getting it done. And once again, the format here in the men's knockout rounds, the winner of each group goes to the final. And then at the end of all rounds, the top 2 skaters in points that didn't win their group also advance. Giovanni getting another 9. So 3 9s so far today on the board. Gio has 2 of them. Manny has 1.
It turns out the way Gio practices works.
Yeah. With 1 try left, we got the Lucy re-rack in Group 1. Based on current standings, Manny Santiago, who's in 5th, will skate first. Gio, the leader, will skate last. Manny. Final attempt.
That's actually the consistency at 41% is such a big surprise to me. When you watch Manny skate, just usually, he's up in that 95% range.
Yeah, I feel like in contest mode, Manny is either red hot or kind of ice cold.
Yeah.
If he's on a roll, that's when he locks in that 100%. But then if the wheels start to come off,
it's hard for him to get it back.
Yeah. All right, Jay Collardi. He can bump into the top 3 here. So there's no way to make the finals unless you at least finish this knockout round in the top 3. So he is going to be out. So the winner of each knockout round goes to the final, and then after all the rounds, the top 2 in points that didn't win the round also move on. Whoa, Dikey switching it up, going fakie. So finishing his group in 3rd, that's not a good sign. He's still in the running at this point, but it's not going to hold up.
Nah, and even Braden's mindset here, he can't get to 1st. But still, 24.4 isn't that strong moving forward to get into that.
No, he needs to make this right here to get his 4th score. And he does it. So
that significantly increases his chance to qualifying to the finals.
For sure. He's just so clutch because he's kind of one of the best skaters ever. Just so casual, and he makes all his tricks so easy.
A lot of people impossible up, not a lot of people impossible down. It's hard to carry that down a big drop.
8.7, good enough for a 33.1.
Kind of thought we were going to get a 9 club there. But,
yeah. But as long as the judges are consistent through the day, I think Braden will have a good chance of making it into the final still. We'll see. No guarantees till it's over. Gio going for a cab back nose blunt. Sigh of relief for Gio. He is automatically into tonight's final. Came out, handled it, locked it down. These are your results from Group 1. Gio taking the win there with the 35.8. Braden Hoban still in the running with the 33.1. It's going to come down to scores later. For the top 2 highest scores that didn't win the heat, we'll see. Dikey technically in the running, currently in that 3rd place spot, but the 24.4 will get blasted out in the next group, almost certainly. Group 2 start list: Kelvin Hoffler in 1st, followed by Vincent Malou, Kaidi Janka, and Chris Joslin, who, Sean, you're predicting we'll see big things happening.
Yeah, it's a very good course for Chris, for sure.
There is Giancarlos warming up. Last time we saw him in SLS, it's not a pretty sight in Brazil, but man, he is a warrior. He came back from that looking great, smiling, shredding. You're watching SLS Miami, presented by Stake. Giovanni Viana winning Group 1. We'll be back with Group number 2 right after this. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by California Skate Parks, the world's most recognized skate parks design and build firm. By Amino Heal, protect your brain. By True Skate, Download TrueSkate and unlock the SLS Miami course to play like a pro. And by Rumble. Download the Rumble app today, your home for exclusive SLS content.
Live from Las Vegas, UFC Fight Pass Invitational.
What UFC did is just unbelievable. They brought us the best grapplers in the world.
There's a tap, it is done.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed. That's locked in and he gets the tap.
How good was that?
Insane.
It's a lion's den full of killers.
UFC Fight Pass, step into our world.
Skate é sinônimo de superação, seja na vida, no half ou no corrimão. Tudo que um skatista quer é um obstáculo para enfrentar. E ele não vai parar até acertar. Não importa idade, cor ou gênero, o brasileiro abraçou o skate pra valer. E também conta com o apoio do BB, o banco que entende os obstáculos de todo brasileiro. E juntos vamos inspirar todo mundo a buscar tudo que imaginar.
Banco do Brasil, para tudo que você imaginar. Governo Federal, União e Reconstrução.
Welcome back to SLS Miami, presented by Steak. There you see Giancarlos Gonzalez getting set to skate in this next group, and we are happy to have him back after his slam at the Super Crown just a few months ago. Let's hear things in his own words in this Bank of Brazil Pro Perspective.
Great run with the 8.8. Oh. SLS.
Sean, you've experienced injuries as a skateboarder. How hard is it to come back from something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the mental aspect of trying to overcome something like that is huge. And just the fact that he's here skating speaks volume of his character and his tenacity, and it's very special. I'm psyched to see him out here.
Let's meet our skaters now in group number 2. Kelvin Hoffler, 2015 Super Crown champ, first in.
One of my favorite skaters from Paris. I love this dude, Vincent Malou.
Coming out of Japan with the unique bag of tricks, Kairi Netsuke.
And the man coming back from one of the heaviest slams we've seen in Street League history, Juan Carlos Gonzalez.
Chris Joslin, big smile, big jumps. Oh, wow, he's got the moves for the intro, too. See what he's got down that MLK gap. Chris Joslin. Shout out to Tito Parata from Florida. He's the designer of Lot 11 Skate Park. He does great work. He's all over the place building courses. Nice job. All the Miami heads making it possible, though. Danny Fuenzalida, the whole gang here in South Florida. Good work. Keep it going.
Go ahead and say it. I think it's the best skate park in the world.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
That I've ever skated.
That is pretty cool to hear. Good job, guys. Sean Balto approved. All right, straight in. Group number 2, Kelvin Hoffler. Switch. And Kelvin is such a veteran. We've seen him make so many finals again and again. Only 2 ever Street League wins in his past, which is kind of shocking considering how close he's come so many times.
And one of them being a Super Crown, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was his first year in SLS, 2015. But it took him 8 years to get back on top of an SLS podium. But in the meantime, you know, he's been around the world and won so many other events. He's a force. And when he falls, nobody's better at shaking it off, refocusing and moving on than Kelvin. He's so good at it. And that's a tricky game. It can get in your head quick, right?
Absolutely. Another one of those guys. We need the playlist.
Yeah, for sure. And then Vincent Malou, new board sponsor. Congratulations. New board out on Element. This guy's such a hard worker.
The new part that he put out for the release of Element was really sick, too. Really well done. And he can fake E50 quarter pipes.
Yeah, he's so versatile. And he has 3 SLS second place finishes, no wins yet. That is gonna change.
He does all the little things right in a run too. You look at the half cap flip, the front heel, the fakie flip, so many flip tricks in a row. He really makes the most out of a course.
What would you say is difficult about doing all the things on the course?
Flipping your board is always going to be risky, no matter what. Along with all the other things that you're doing as well. So people, you know, there's skaters that kind of will throw a flip trick in here or there just to show the judges versatility. But Vincent throws a lot of flip tricks along with the hard single tricks like the switch nose blunt and the kickflip front lip. So it's just makes it a very appealing line, really good. And look,
boom, 9 club for Vincent straight out the gate. That was a truly impressive line. And you know, I think even something that people don't necessarily think about is even just aiming. You gotta, when you land a trick, you gotta be headed in the right direction to get to that next trick on the course with the right amount of speed and your feet set up too. There's like a million little details. And you land one sketchy and can throw off your entire line. Kitey, clean, back nose blunt to start.
Kitey is also known to be a very good run skater.
Wow. Heel flip back Smith.
In
Rare.
the middle of the line.
Kitey doing exactly what he set out for on that run. kind of to perfection.
This could be back-to-back 9s. But you watch this run, right? It's not as many tricks as Vincent, but heel flip backsmith the hubba, heel flip backlip the rail. The tricks he did were very impactful.
There you go. 9.1. Back-to-back 9s here. Group 2 line section.
Street League is so hard. Yeah. Vincent does that run and is in second place.
Yeah, and you gotta
so
win your group, or you're left to watching the whole thing play out. John Carlos Gonzalez, first time back on an SLS course since that fateful day in Sao Paulo at the Super Crown, making his first trick back.
I like how he explained it, though, in a sense of he was just like, it is what it is. Like, that's skating. Yeah. And you're like, you're right. Like, you forget how dangerous and how sketchy it can be because you see these guys perform at their highest level. But it can get sketchy.
Nice gap out switch crook. Nollie front board. This group is off to a good start. That was after time. Another look. Switch crook on the triangle.
End it with the switch nose grind.
.7. Only good enough for third place so far.
Man, I would hate to be in group 2.
Joslin. Switch front tail. NMB hubba. Jocelyn is another skater who's come so close to winning at SLS so many times, including even Super Crown. Hasn't gotten there yet. You feel like it's only a matter of time, though. Wow.
Yeah, he caught fire last year. He qualified directly into the finals, I believe, right?
Where, at the Super Crown?
At the Super Crown last year.
Yeah.
Little mistimed run.
We're just like the worst setup ever. Still almost making that backside big spin. He'll get it in his next run.
It's cool to see, too, because obviously Chris Jocelyn, his whole thing is big gaps and flip tricks. That's like where he, you know, gains a lot of his points. But it's cool to see him switch back lip the Cobra rail and switch front tail the blue hubba. My man can do it all.
Calvin Hoffler coming off a disappointing 5.1 in his first run. But if history has anything to say about it, Calvin comes back, sticks everything. But Calvin's been around a long time. Things don't always get easier as you get older. The competition gets harder, and you maybe start to not be as good. So it's kind of a battle at this point. I'm starting to see that for Kelvin. He's not making as many finals consistently as he did. Of course, he can.
I just think with anybody, right? Like Kelvin's, you know, 50% used to get him into the finals. Now he has to skate 90% to get there. Just the level of competition has gotten a lot tighter over the years. Even for Nyjah. It's for everybody.
The body language is saying he's not very happy out there at the moment. A couple falls could do that. So Kelvin is going to have to look to single tricks. Once again, one of your line scores can count. It doesn't have to. You can scrap the lines, put down 4 hammers in single tricks.
That was the best format change. When you don't have to take a line score, anybody can still be in it going into the next section. I think that's so cool.
It is cool. Vincent coming off a 9. Taking the kickflip lip to fakie. Love that.
Oh, that was so good. And that was a little upgrade right there, that switch frontside flip. That could be worth 0.1.
So he could tie with Kaidi. The 9-1. We're not, you're not predicting it, you're just saying could be.
I'm saying could. I think should. But that's kind of the smart skating too, right? Vincent's whole run was a 9. He knows that's a 9, so if he upgrades it just a little bit, could get him into that first spot.
We talked about what he does in between. Here's a look.
Look at that half cab flip is so hard to do. Frontside flip into the switch frontside flip. Flipped his board 4 or 5 times. The only thing I'll say is the kickflip front lip was a little sketchy.
Even Steven, 9.0. No benefit to Vincent, but we got a show.
Yeah, I think the kickflip front lip just bobbled a little bit, but the switch frontside flip kind of made up for it.
There was a 0.1 deduction right here, and then a 0.1 recovery later.
Exactly. That switch nose blunt is so hard to do. He's repping a Miami Beach, Florida hat.
He's a fan. Everywhere he goes, he's representing something from somewhere he is. Great dude. Okay, Kaidi coming off a 9.1. Back nose blunt again to start it off.
To hustle just a little bit.
Perfection.
It's almost every single run. And then this is the upgrade right here. Tail slide, heel flip.
He handled it.
And chilling. Did not look hard for him.
So does he get a 9-2?
9-3.
He gets a 9-3.
I am curious to see where he goes in the best trick section. I think that's like a little harder of a section for him than the lines. But he has off to a great start with a 9.3.
And it's interesting because once you do a trick in the line, you can't repeat it. So he just took a lot of tricks off the table for himself. Got to upgrade everywhere in single tricks. All right, Janka back in, coming off an 8-7. Great comeback so far from the tragedy in Sao Paulo. Nice, taking it to blunt slide, little nollie heel up. Setting up.
Finish strong here.
Okay, taking the switch nose grind to 180. Okay, and he makes the fakey nose blunt after time. Good stuff.
Can you tell me who switched front nose grind 180, the actual blue helmet?
No, I can't. Who did it?
Stefan Janowski.
Ah, Stefan. It doesn't surprise me. Were you there for it?
I was not there for it, but Stefan's one of my favorite skaters, so.
Yeah, so you got it down.
Gotta give Stefan a shout out. Switch nose grind 180, the blue hubba.
That's sick.
And Juan Carlos did it at the Street League hub.
I want to shout out Josh Stewart, who filmed the MIA video. 8.9 for Giancarlos. MIA video is just the best representation of all the great things that is Miami. So many spots, so many great skaters, the vibes, the soundtrack. Really nailed it. Check that one out if you can. MIA Skate Shop, rest in peace. What up, Ed Salego, Chris Williams? Hope you're tuning in. Maybe you're here.
Ed Salego, what a legend.
He did everything everywhere down here too. Manhandled every one of these spots. All right, Jocelyn. Can he time this one out? Finish with the MLK gap. Getting a little squirrely, but staying on.
He's hustling a little bit this one.
It's fun to see. Anytime you get to see Jocelyn jump down something like that, it's a good time.
Jocelyn, take it easy on that board. Still got to use that thing. Back big down a gap of that size in a run.
That's his bread and butter, man. So it's so crazy what certain people are, you know, it's just cool to see what certain people are good at. It's going to be a good score. I'd say that much. 8.8. He doesn't get in the club.
Look at all that. 4 skaters, all within 0.5.
The crowd is booing the 8.8. They wanted the 9. Men's knockout round, group number 2 here from Street League Miami. There is the current leader, Kairi Natsuke. Single tricks still to come.
Kona Big Wave. Liquid Allure.
What's up, legends? R. Willie here. We are bringing the Nitro Circus live show to Brazil for the very first time. You heard it right. We are coming to Brazil. We'll be in Rio de Janeiro June 13th, Sao Paulo June 15th, Belo Horizonte June 20th, and Brasilia June 22nd. Get your tickets now. This show is going to blow your mind.
Welcome back to the 2025 SLS Championship Tour from Miami, presented by Stake. One of the most beautiful cities, if not the, in the country. Miami is so awesome. Great skate spots, great people and vibes, good times.
Great skate scene.
Great skate scene. Re-racked by Lucy for Group 2. Based on current rankings, Kelvin Hoffler currently in 5th in this group. He will skate first. Kaidi in the lead will skate 5th. So heavy line section just went down for Group 2. We had 9s for days. Kaidi with a 9.3, Vincent with the 9 even, Janka with an 8.9, Jocelyn with an 8.8. So all those skaters trying to win this group. Skaters standing by watching, maybe watching on their phones as we do. And we're going to get back to skating. Group 2 of 4 here in the men's knockout rounds. Winner of each group goes to the final. After all the knockout rounds, the remaining skaters that didn't win the group, the top 2 highest scorers will advance into the final for a 6-skater final tonight on Rumble Premium. Use SLS code Miami. Kelvin Hoffler in for attempt number 1 of single tricks. Bail.
And that's going to force him to go 4 for 4 if he wants any chance.
He's capable, but it's not going to be easy. Chris Jocelyn. As you would expect, straight for MLK.
Oh.
What happened there?
Just missed the pop. Sometimes when you wind up like that to nollie back heel, it's just hard to get the perfect takeoff, and just missed the nose a little bit.
Janka. Hey now.
All right.
Nollie 180, switch feeble.
That's a new one for Juan Carlos.
What do you think? Is it easier to go out fakie or come back to forward?
I think they're both pretty much the same.
Okay.
It's less scary to come back to regular, in my opinion, because sometimes when you throw the shoulder all the way to go back to switch, you can get that weird wheel lock under the rail, and that's a bad slam. But 7.8, yeah, I think that's a solid score. It's not the scariest trick in the world to do.
Vincent Milou had 2 great lines. Both of them were 9s. Only one of them's going to count.
Oh.
Was he going to grind?
Nah, I think he was going back lip. Just, if you're switch flipping at the rail, no matter how the board's going, you want to put a foot down on something. So might as well lock in the backsmith and jump.
Kaidi coming off a 9.3 in the line section. making it look too easy.
Yeah, we have to get a replay. The graphic got in the way of that heel flip front blunt to fakie.
What's the key to this trick?
Man, I wish I could tell you. But you could see how high he pops. Watch how high he launches. So heel flip up, catches it, gets all the way over to the tail for the front blunt. It's definitely an awkward one, too. Also, heel flipping at rails, front side, it's very easy to kick the rail.
Devastating.
So you have to really launch it, which he did.
Kind of crazy that a heel flip front blunt to fakie is, I mean, I'm not going to say only good for an 8-8, but that is a really wild trick. 8-8 is a good score, good enough to keep Kaidi up in first place, but that's the level these days, isn't it?
And I just think that's the course, too. It's like what the course gives you. That rail is not that big, but it's definitely a hard trick, so kind of got to level it out a little bit. Kelvin
having an off day.
Yeah. Not even quite sure what he's trying. Kickflip back nose grind revert?
It looks like it.
Blake Carpenter did that switch on the real one. I think that's the best trick to go down.
Recently, right?
Switch flip back nose grind revert.
Yeah, that was insane. That was in Jamie's part, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that part called Aftermath?
I think so.
Yeah, the post-Sodi part.
He didn't let us down again. Did it again.
Keeps doing it.
Shout out Ira, curb killer, behind the lens on all that.
Oh, he's so talented.
Oh, switch front hurricane. What would you have to focus on to make that trick work?
I think switch hurricane's harder than the nollie 180 switch feeble. It's really finicky because it's hard to turn it enough to lock in and grind the right way, but you still want to whip it back out to switch, so you don't want to turn it too much. 8.5. It's kind of an easy trick to pose, hard to do it right.
Seems impossible. Vincent needs to make this one.
Yeah, he's got to get it going.
So even after 2 9s in the line section, now he's got to make all his singles. 3 remain, or he'll just be out by default. Kaidi set himself up really nicely with that 9-3 in the line. Wow. Kaidi won that UCI Apex last year with tricks just like that one. They just look really easy for him, but he's a heel flipper, so they're unique in skating, but not for him so much.
And a lot of people kickflip into a lot of tricks. Kaidi just heel flips into them. .1. It's hard to get a decent score on that blue hubba.
I like how they built the notches in, but you know, the edge is clean. But it would have been interesting if they're like, hey, we're going to leave the notches in to see what you can.
They should have colored in the Bondo.
Yeah, Greg Hunt's Bondo job. So many transplants came to Miami. Biebel, for one, is kind of the epitome of the Miami transplant. Jocelyn nailing it this time. Nollie back heel down the MLK gap.
And that looked easy for him.
What do you think? big points on this gap because it's big.
Yeah, and nollie back heels, a hard trick. Wow, that dipped so nice. If the tail goes below the nose on a nollie back heel, you know it's a good one.
Boom. 9.1. So you were predicting this one, Sean, that this course would be good for Chris Joslin. So far, he's proven you right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a gap skater. They built a massive gap. And let's give a shout out to California skate parks for actually giving these guys enough runway to clear the gap.
Shout out. Joe C. and the crew making it happen.
Chris Joslin has never had too much speed at a street league course ever.
Right. Yeah, he's always looking for it. Jonka. Whoa! Switch front blunt shove? Is that what just happened?
Switch front blunt shove. Jonka's going tech. 3 switch tricks in a row on the Cobra rail.
I like how when people are really good, they just let that trick drop off. It's like you just kind of leave it alone and it finishes spinning and they relax and land back on it. It's cool. It takes like a certain kind of discipline not to like give it a shove, right?
You have to trust. A lot of trust.
8.7.
Okay.
Vincent Malou, it comes down to this. He's got to make all 3. Oh, so clean. So he's a third of the way there with that one. He's got to go 2 for 2 after this. But this is a nice start.
Yeah. This is what he was expecting on the first try, because that looked so chilling for him. Switch flip backlip definitely has to be one of the better scores on that Cobra rail.
9.1.
I mean, look at that. Switch flip up, over, sliding backwards down the rail.
So he's got the French fans in the house, giving him some love.
This group, too, has very good chance at the second chance qualifier.
Right. Like Kaidi and Vincent could potentially be up in there.
Yeah.
But Kaidi's going to need one more score. He's got 9-3, 8-8, and 8-1. Got to finish strong.
Look at Juan Carlos sitting in that top spot. We haven't had a Kelvin roll-up yet. We usually get a couple of those contests.
Wow. Not quite. There's Jared Lucas filming. Chris Joslin coming off a 9-1. Going back for the points.
Oh. Again, I wonder, you know, that gap hasn't been skated a lot. And I wonder if the pop up there is just a little sticky. It's just lagged a little bit.
And that's going to seal it for Joslin. He's only going to be able to get 3 scores even if he lands his next trick. It's essentially out. John Carlos just needs to pull. No, he doesn't. He just needs to keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, he can put it out of reach.
Yeah, you can never relax and get too comfortable with this many great skaters in the mix, but he set himself up nicely. Vincent needs to go 2 for 2. Over on the right, second chance leaderboard. Braden Hoban up there with a 33.1. And then Kaidi definitely within striking distance. Oh, Vincent.
He did that so sick. That was all one motion.
He really feeds off these pressure situations.
Look at how high he popped that. It was on, he flicked it and it was on his feet for so long and then just gently tail slid. I told him I would change my plane ticket, hang out with him tomorrow if he won, so.
Oh, nice.
I didn't want to put extra pressure on him.
8.8. So he's moving on up. 26.9. So there you go. He moves into the second place spot on the second chance leaderboard for now.
He does have a pretty solid chance to win this, though. Win this group.
He really, really has to make that last trick, but he can do it.
I mean, look at this, 7.8 for first.
Oh, signature Kaidi backside big spin late version.
Do you think late backside big spin is worth more points than just a backside big spin?
I personally don't. I think it's cool and it's unique, but I think scooping it and letting it spin off the takeoff is harder to control.
Backside big spin is definitely a little bit cooler, huh?
Yeah, and just setting up, you can crack a clean ollie and then decide when to late shove it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, but maybe a little easier than a regular off the scoop. 9 club, though.
Regardless, it's a hard trick down that big of a gap.
Absolutely. And he does it better than anyone in the world. Like we talk about Jocelyn's backside big spin as the best in the world. I think Kaidi's got that, the late version. So that guy's fired up.
Safe. Well, that just changed the second chance leaderboard.
Wow. Sure did. So Kaidi is now in the lead in group number 2 with a 35.3 overall score. So with that, we re-rack the start list once again based on current standings. Guys coming up, Felipe Mota, Gustavo Ribeiro. We got Tom Curran in the background there looking on. Oh, that was Gustavo's brother, my bad. They're twins, but all good. Last trick attempt coming up, knockout round, group number 2. Kelvin Hoffler will be first in, and with Kaidi in the lead, he'll have final say.
By the way, his brother is better than most as well. His brother's really good at skating.
His brother, Gabriel Ribeiro. Yeah, it'd be interesting if they just sent his brother out for a trick or two. See if they could fool us. Are they both the same stance? Yeah, they could fool me. Kelvin Hoffler coming in. Man, look at those scores. So 5 bails in a row. Highest score in the line section for Kelvin, 5.1. Uncharacteristic Kelvin. He'll be back.
Is that a Skechers shirt?
Yeah.
Skechers.
Yep. Interesting sponsor switch up there.
I haven't seen the Skechers skate shoe.
Jocelyn needs a 9.1 to move into the top 3. Sadly, it doesn't come together for Chris here in Miami, but he put on another show. We got some glimpses.
What's Vincent need here?
Glad you asked. That's within striking distance.
8.5 is definitely in his wheelhouse.
That is so good. After bailing his first 2 attempts in single tricks, Vincent goes 3 in a row. 9.1, 8.8,
Okay.
and what now?
This is going to get weird, though, because his truck wasn't on. Watch this. It was just like right in the middle of the hubba. But it's hard, nonetheless.
I mean, I think that should be a tiny deduction, but still, like, that's, I don't know, how big of a deduction?
I don't know. I mean,
he's hoping they didn't see it.
Yeah, it's a finicky one. It wasn't the trick he was trying, but it was still a hard trick.
He's trying to get the crowd behind the Miami Beach hat, try to distract these judges.
Oh, Jimmy's sweating a little bit.
Let's take one more look at this. Oh, huge deduction, 7.2. But look, okay, second chance leaderboard, first up, ahead of Janka. So, yeah, big deduction for not getting the truck on, but still good enough for now.
Now, if you're Janka, you play it safe and get into, well, I guess there's no real playing it safe. 9.3 for first or 9.1 for, yeah.
Huh. There's hope. So Kaidi is going to take group number 2 and advance to tonight's final. $35.3.
And that's a really good sign for Kaidi, because he's been in a position to easily walk into the finals multiple times and has flailed in the best trick section, but he handled it.
Results from group number 2 has Japan's Kaidi Natsuke up in top with the 35.3, followed by Vincent Malou from France, and then Giancarlo with the 33.9. All 3 of those guys still in the running. Chris Joslin and Kelvin Hoffler out. Giovanni Viana and Kaidi Natsuke in the finals already with 4 more spots to fill. Groups 3 and 4 still to skate, and then we'll have 2 spots open for those second chance qualifiers. And your second chance qualifiers, as they stand right now after half of the knockout rounds are in the books. Vincent Malou up on top with a 34.1. Janka with the 33.9. Those are the scores we're going to be paying attention to. Group 3 will be coming up next. Another heavy one, Felipe Mota and Felipe Gustavo, both from Brazil. Midler from the USA. Sora Shirai, 2-time winner last year. He's skating. And then Gustavo, not Gabriel, Ribeiro, will be skating here in group number 3. They're getting warmed up right now. You are watching the 2025 SLS Championship Tour from Miami, presented by Stake. See you in a minute.
Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here in beautiful Miami, Florida. It is our first stop of the year, the 2025 SLS Championship Tour Miami, presented by Stake. If you are just joining us, this is men's knockout round group 3. We've seen some really amazing skateboarding so far, and this knockout round is gonna be wild. Hey, I'm just hanging out solo right now, so these guys could take a quick break. But we're gonna have a good time out here for knockout round number 3. Sean's back. He's coming. It's a long day. These guys need a little moment.
Yes.
Sean, how you doing?
What up?
How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah, are you ready for this? Knockout round 3? We're doing it. Let's meet the skaters. First, coming out of Brazil, 18 years old, we've got Felipe Mota.
Next in, one of my favorites, a complete wild card in Alex Midler.
Every single time. One of the most structured skaters here in SLS. From Brasilia, Brazil, turn 34, we got Felipe Gustavo.
And Vegas's pick to win it all today, Sora Shirai.
But this man's gonna have something to say about that. From Lisbon, Portugal, we got Gustavo Ribeiro. This is a great course for Gustavo. This is how this competition is going to break down. We've got the line section, 2 45-second line attempts. Then we hop into single tricks. It's 5 single tricks anywhere on the course. It's all about those top 4 scores. You can take a line, but you're not required to. And each group winner is going to advance to the finals. Then we have our 2 extra spots that are qualifying in based off score.
And right now, that's Vincent Malou and Juan Carlos, right?
Yeah, Vincent's, I know Vincent was at the top of the list after that last one. First in, Felipe Mota. What can people expect from Felipe on this course?
Felipe has been really upping his technical game lately with like front nose nollie heel flips, his heel flip back tail, and he's been really working on that cab flip back tail. So I always like Felipe's chances to do it. He hasn't done it a lot, but you can see it right here. Heel flip front nose the fakie. He's in it.
It's crazy to see him throughout his time at SLS. He has physically grown a ton, and his actual power on his skateboard is amazing at this point. First thing I thought when I saw this course, though, was I was like, Felipe Mota could do it. Saw him trying those cab flip back tails.
He can do it. I feel like he's better at bigger rails, but he's been fine-tuning his game a lot.
That combo was amazing right there.
And then to end it, kickflip back tail. Back to straight, too.
.7. Off to a good start for Felipe.
Now, what to expect from Alex Midler?
Nobody knows. Does Alex even know? We know that every time it's going to be wild.
He does skate fast.
That was sick.
That was really sick, which really adds to the style component for the judging.
Oh, look at that. Kickflip front board. I know we talked about, oh, he's going to come in, he's going to be wild. This is relatively tame for him right here.
Almost had that, just over-rotating a little bit.
It's not a Midler line unless he loses the hat.
Gotta click that Hardy's hat in a little better. Look at this, back 180 nose grind.
Yeah, what did you like about that?
That's just a really hard trick to do, but it's a cool one. Pivoted a lot of it, but we'll take it in a contest run.
Just gonna snap that one more time. Scores in 6.9.
It's just crazy, the back three lip that he almost landed would have been into that mid to high 8.
Next in, Felipe Gustavo.
Oh. Getting a little bit in the back seat on pop.
You know, Sean, we've got these spot-based events that are happening this year, and we got Felipe Gustavo right there. Nothing's, I mean, I haven't heard any confirmation on anything, but the rumor has it we're going to have Santa Monica, and then I heard one of them is going to be Brazil.
Oh.
I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll find out.
What part of Brazil?
I don't know. All I heard was the B word, all right? Brazil. He's going to look to that next line.
I love Brazil, and Brazil loves Street League, so it makes sense.
They love Street League. It is the most unbelievable fan experience going to an SLS in Brazil. Next skater in, this guy He's got some wins under the belt. Sora Shirai, what do you think he's going to bring to the course, Sean?
Sugarcane in the Hurricanes building.
Yeah. To start off your line with a sugarcane.
The board control he has is unreal. It's the way he can twist and turn and keep the board under his feet is just unmatched by anybody.
I got to talk to him this morning in the elevator. Just asked him, hey, what do you think of the course? And he was like, the course is hard, but I like it.
That's more positive than most people have said.
Oh. Falling on that cab back tail.
And Sora missed the Super Crown for some visa issues, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't like he lost the Super Crown. He just wasn't even there.
Yeah. You can't win if you're not in the building. 7 even for Sora. That's uncharacteristically low for him.
All right, you're saying that you like this course for Gustavo.
I do. I think this rail just kind of screams his name.
I agree. That rail is really good for him.
He likes to do the flip in and the flip out or the shove out, and that one's got some length to it, and it's really not that high to get on.
No, you can go, if you're confident, you can go slow and kind of finesse it.
Yeah. Oh. That was beautifully done.
That was very well done. Oh!
No! He had some good momentum going there. Is he going to be able to pull it in time? No. Smart play.
That's experience. Just save your energy.
Look at how well he did that. He's also got wins under the belt.
Yes, he does. He is a champion.
Scores in 7.3. I think, with the exception of Felipe, we saw some relatively low scores. I think this next line is about to get pretty gassed up.
I also think it's a product of the last heat. The last heat, everybody went off. And I think when you look at that being in group 3, you're like, okay, maybe I have to step my game up a little bit more.
How big of a part is the mental? I mean, you obviously know a ton about doing this, but when it comes to the lines and then having to wait until that third, knockout round, how is that mentally?
Yeah, it can change things. Seeing the level of tricks going down and knowing what you have planned. And sometimes what you have planned is on par, and sometimes what you have planned isn't. And if it's not, it's a little bit of a scramble.
How about you, when you were doing this? Were you secure in going in there and going, here's my plan and this is what I'm going to do? Kind of the Paul Rodriguez mentality? Or were you like, nope, I'm changing depending on what's happening out there?
I would change depending on what's happening. But I would have a couple. 8.9, great score for Felipe. I would have my safe kind of tricks in mind, and then I would have the riskier, higher scoring ones. And just based on what was happening, I would be like, all right, well, I have to go for it. Or sometimes I'm like, you know what? My safe tricks are good enough.
Well, usually not a whole lot safe about Alex Midler.
No.
He would be the ultimate, like, betting win. I have no idea what the odds on him are, but
what are the stake odds on Alex Midler?
Yeah.
Right now they're getting better and better, that's for sure.
I would love to see it though. Oh. Dude, the way that he got out of that was wild. Alex Midler, he's gonna have to do it in the singles. Next up, Felipe Gustavo.
Big nollie flip.
That was a really nice start to the line. There we go.
It's a scary switch flip front board.
So far, everything has been switch or nollie except for that.
I mean, those are his strengths.
That was kind of high speed switchback tail for him.
High speed, he had to rush it. I think that was after time though.
Was it?
It's gonna be close. We might need the audio for the switchback tail. That's a long, mellow switch flip front board.
Yeah.
It's a scary one to do.
All the tricks that he did in this line, he did them really well.
Yeah, that switchback tail is going to be close. If he got it off in time, it's going to be a great score, but...
All right, 8 even. I think that means they counted that switchback tail.
I'm going to say I think it means it doesn't.
No?
I feel like it could have been into the mid-8s.
Okay. Well, either way, you can only take one of the lines, and so it's great to see him post up that 8. Next in, Sora Shirai. 2 for 2 on the sugarcane start.
Guy needs to tie his shoelaces.
I know.
A little anxiety.
Sora had that 7 even on his first line. Coming in cab. Please tie your laces.
Let's give those things a double knot, at least.
Come on, please.
We're going to see
that was
those
legit
things.
Scary watching him do that cab back tail, knowing he was going to go on the tail with those laces like that. To the very end.
Look at that. Lace just flying. Shoelaces under the rail on the long back 5. But watch how he pops out of this cab back tail. Gives it a little lift.
Yeah. That's because he's so, there we go. Confirmed the laces are tied. And a 9 even right there does it. That's a little more in line with what we're used to seeing from Sora. Gustavo Ribeiro. Whoa. Gustavo, you know, he had a tough season last year, and we had a good chat with him, and he was very open and honest about the fact that for him, a lot of it was really mental. He just got into his head, and we saw him do it at Super Crown. I mean, he skated so well, and it's awesome to see him kind of getting it back together because there's no lack of skill.
No, he has the tricks to compete for sure. It's just...
Oh! That's got to feel good. He needs a 9-1 for first. Do you think that's going to be enough?
Oh, man, it's going to be close. Definitely puts him right in the mix.
We're going to need to take a look at some replays. Talk us through it.
Yeah, kickflip front board to start. Definitely a little overcompensated. But then this is when it gets really real here. Kickflip no slide. And this is straight in to the crook nollie flip, which has become a signature trick of his. And then ending it with this bigger flip, front board, back to regular. I actually like it back to regular a lot more than to fakie.
I'm going to agree with you.
It shows more control.
And it does, a 9.1. Gustavo Ribeiro makes his way up into first place.
His brother Gabriel hyping him up. Yeah, look at this. Spinning, flipping.
Yeah, it's a lot of turning going on right there.
A lot going on.
All right, your current leader, Gustavo Ribeiro, up in the top, but it could be anybody's knockout round with 5 attempts coming up. Stick around, everybody.
Live from Las Vegas, UFC Fight Pass Invitational.
What UFC did is just unbelievable. They brought us the best grapplers in the world.
There's a tap, it is done.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed. That is locked in, and he gets the tap.
How good was that?
Insane.
It's a lion's den full of killers.
UFC Fight Pass, step into our world.
Skate é sinônimo de superação, seja na vida, no half ou no corrimão. Tudo que um skatista quer é um obstáculo para enfrentar. E ele não vai parar até acertar. Não importa idade, cor ou gênero, o brasileiro abraçou o skate pra valer. E também conta com o apoio do BB, o banco que entende os obstáculos de todo brasileiro. E juntos vamos inspirar todo mundo a buscar tudo que imaginar.
Banco do Brasil, para tudo que você imaginar. Governo Federal, União e Reconstrução.
Welcome back to Miami. Every time I say that, I just think of the Will Smith song. Like, I can't even help it. Man, we have such a great setting here for this SLS. This city is absolutely incredible. If you've never been, you got to get here. I mean, look at this. Look at our amazing fans we got in the house. This guy's killing it today.
That is a Florida man.
Yeah, I like it. That's good energy right there. Just everyone's waiting. They're like, all right, come on. We got to kill time.
Felipe, drop in, dude.
I want to see the cab flip backtail, please. All right, our Lucy re-rack as we get into single tricks for knockout round group 3. We got Alex Midler kicking it off, Felipe Gustavo, Felipe Mota, Sora Shirai, and then Gustavo Ribeiro, who came out swinging on that last run and got a 9.1, which is our highest line of the heat. Oh man, here we go.
time to
what are we gonna
set sail in Miami with Alex Midler.
Set sail. Here we go.
He is
honestly
so good.
It didn't even look like it was that big for him. I mean, I know Jocelyn, when he was doing it nollie, he had to go so fast, but Midler just kind of floated.
I mean, let's not forget, he back three'd in the car wash.
That's true. This is like child's play to him.
And look, that's the new school back three. That's the ollie and turn.
He needs just a 2.3 for first right now. 8.6. I feel like you could see Felipe skating that gap. Honestly, like that feels like it could be a nollie flip or a switch flip for him.
100%. This hubba though.
Oh.
That's what he does. Give him a tech hubba.
Yeah, he's
and
in.
He will go off. Is that switch flip back nose grind? Yep. Switch flipping into a back nose grind. Also, that edge is a little sharp on that blue hubba.
Yeah, it looks a little, I mean, it definitely looks gnarly. Ooh, a 9 even.
And I like that score. You know, it's not the biggest spot on the course, but switch flip back nose grind is such a hard trick to do.
So 33.9 right now, the score to beat if you want to get that second chance leaderboard and beat out Giancarlos Gonzalez. Right now it's him and Vincent Malou. Oh no! That would have been quite a score. Have we seen him do that yet?
A cab hurricane?
Yeah.
I've seen him do it in the streets. I don't know if I've seen him do it in the league.
Well, from the streets to the league, right?
From the streets to the league.
We want it. Oh, the Sora.
Now we've seen that from Sora in previous stops. I'd like to get a better angle. I want to see how he balanced that. 180. Yep.
Dude, every time he balances that perfectly.
And he locks in. He has like a strong lock with his foot. He holds it balanced.
Yeah.
So hard to do, especially when you're spinning like that.
The strength it takes, like the ab strength to hold that right there is amazing. 9.1. Do you think anybody else in this contest could do that on command like that?
Not that easy, that's for sure.
Not like that.
Not like that. It's like it's a pop, full frontside 180, and then just locks into that switchback nose grind.
And the way that he comes out is so cool and controlled. Gustavo Ribeiro had the highest line score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Mm-hmm. We might need to go to the real Cobra rail after the contest just to lock these tricks in on the streets. Frontside nose grind, nollie flip out.
If he can get in a groove on that rail, I mean, he is deadly.
Flipping out of a handrail takes so much trust because you have no idea if it's flipping right or wrong. You don't have that much time coming off the rail, so you just got to trust it, get it under your feet, and hope that it's good.
9 even right there. Gustavo Ribeiro tied right now with Sora Shirai with an 18.1. These two are just going to go. It's going to be a full-on battle. Alex Midler. That's a cool trick.
Yeah, back 3 tail slide.
So Felipe had the switch flip back nose grind. Looks like he's going to go back at the hubba.
Yeah, you don't see Felipe airball a switch flip very often.
No. Felipe Mota.
He's definitely a little scared right now.
Gosh. That's like so much force going cab into that to jam into the rail and slide. That's a wild trick.
It's a very wild, takes so much precision. And especially based on the first one, looks like he's trying to come back out to regular.
Yeah. Sora Shirai right now tied with Gustavo. All right. If Gustavo can put this down, it's going to give him a big advantage.
I know that try was sketchy and it looked definitely wrong, but it was close.
Yeah.
It was actually really close to being a make. Tray flip nose blunt slide.
Yeah. On command.
Yeah, you're right. That Cobra rail really fits his eye.
I mean, he could big spin out of that. He could try heel out of that.
But look at this tray flip. The pop and the scoop to tray flip perfect like that is crazy.
And just the way that he got into it. I mean, he got into it like a nose blunt, like really, really vertical.
Yeah, he did that really well.
8.9. How do you feel about that score?
You know, I think it's fair, but it also very easily could have been a 9.
Make sure you download TrueSkate on your mobile and enter the live SLS Miami event. Complete all the missions in the event to unlock a virtual replica of Miami's championship course. Play now to skate the same course as the SLS pros. I want to get back to that score. You know what? I think that score is kind of, it fits. We've seen him do the 3-flip nose one a lot, and those judges know what he's capable of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Midler back in.
Just saying, and no, 9 would have been nice.
A 9 would have been nice.
Yeah.
They want him to work for it, though. 3-flip nose blunt. Like, that's not working for it. What am I even talking about? All right, we want to see Felipe put this down. So they need at least 3 scores from single trick. You can take a line score, but you do not have to. He'll be taking that one.
Definitely be taking that one.
How's that stack up to the switch flip back nose grind?
I don't know. I think switch flip back nose grind might be harder.
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah. Definitely less common,
Yes.
I will say, switch flip back nose grind is. But switch flip back tail is a great trick.
He did it perfectly.
He does tend to do everything pretty perfect, including this. Yeah, switch flipping up into a tall, mellow hubba.
9.1. So the judges liked it more.
I guess so.
Hey.
Yeah, you know.
No complaints from me, that's for sure.
How they're scoring that hubba, Felipe Gustavo has a very good chance.
Yeah.
At doing well here.
Right now he's in second place. He's in striking distance. Felipe Mota. Dude.
Wow.
That was crazy. I can't wait to see the replay.
Did you see how he torqued back out of that?
He locked in, and it looked like he grinded the whole entire rail.
And just to be able to pull that back out to regular.
Yeah,
Look at this.
We got to see this.
Cab Hurricane back to regular.
Yeah, I want that slow.
To be able to twist your body.
Wow.
360 and then pull it back the other way.
Dude, he's going to need to go to the chiropractor after this. That was nuts. 9.2. So Felipe moves up into fourth. Still got work to do, but a 9.2.
I mean, look at that. That's so
That's one
hard.
of the coolest tricks I feel like I've ever seen. That was just mind-blowing the way he did
definitely
that.
in the top 5.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of tricks doing this at SLS for so long. Sora Shirai, he's got to make something. There we go.
Including that. I love the way that trick looks.
Have you ever done that?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Have you?
No. No. That's a wild one. Maybe on a tiny ledge.
I actually probably think there's maybe a handful of people that have ever done that ever. Let alone on a hubba in a contest. And he balances it. That's the other crazy thing.
So well. He never touches the tail at all.
Like, it's one thing to just jam it and hope it grinds through, but to be able to delicately back 180 fully into a nose grind and balance it. This has to be a 9.
Judges are taking their time. And we have an amazing judges panel. These guys know how hard these tricks are. They are really taking their time on this one. He needs a 9 even to get into first place. And a 9.6!
Yep.
Oh, man!
I'm telling you, that is so hard to do.
Wow. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
It's so unnatural to backside 180 away from something and then balance a fakie 5 down a hubba like that.
I love seeing the relief when it just washes over somebody. Like, yes. 9.6. Whew. Gustavo only needs a 0.8, but we know that's not going to stand. Dude.
Nose blunt nollie heel.
That was a, do you think, was that like a skin of your teeth kind of thing? I mean, if he did that well.
Florida man was hyped.
Yep. Do you think that's going to get him in the 9s, or he did it a little sketchy?
Yeah, this is where it gets a little weird, right? I mean, it's a nose blunt, nollie heel out, and he kind of launched it, but
he actually didn't, like, with the exception of a little bit of a swerve, he didn't touch toes.
No, I tic-tacked a little bit, and it didn't flip all the way around. So he's going to get docked a little bit, but not a ton.
Man, this is a battle right now. $8.7.
Yeah, I think done perfect, it would have been like in that 9.1, 9.2 range.
Honestly, I don't even know if they would have gone maybe a 9, because keep in mind, he has the potential to 3-flip into that.
That's true, but nose flip nollie heel.
Nose flip nollie heel is crazy.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
I'm just saying, it's tough. It is tough out there right now. Alex Midler for his 4th attempt. That was cool.
That was really cool.
That was really cool.
It's a really hard trick to aim. Back 3 tail. Yeah, it's a completely, it's kind of one of those blind tricks where you just got to really trust that your body's in the right spot. You can't really see what's happening.
8.5. Did you get a chance to see the Disorder video?
Not yet.
I'm very excited to see his part in that.
I was out of town for the premiere, but need to go watch it.
Felipe Gustavo, attempt number 4. He's got 2 9s on the board and an 8 in the line score. We got our second chance leaderboard. Score to beat 33.9.
Oh.
It looked like he just kept sliding there on the ground for a minute.
Felipe Mota.
I mean, he has to make these next 2.
Really needs to land something here.
Not even something. We're talking heat. Yeah, he's got to bring the heat to Miami.
He's definitely got to start cooking. And
that's it.
Is exactly what he needed.
That's what we're talking about. I mean, we saw Giovanni Viana do that a little earlier, and he got a 9.
Yeah, and that was just as good.
Yeah, that was very good. And a 9, he gets it.
And what? It's another insane group for the knockout round.
Remember how we were doing the first line and we're like, yeah, you know, it just feels like a reflection of kind of what we just saw, like scores in the 6s and 7s, and now it's just so turned up. Needs an 8-1 for first. Is nollie big spin back tail an 8-1?
That is absolutely an 8.1. So he's really locking himself into first place in the group.
Every time he does that, it's like just so locked in. So well done.
Yeah, he's so confident with that.
8.8. So that means John Carlos Gonzalez is pushed out. Vincent Milou now on the bubble with a 34.1 when it comes to the second chance qualifier. And Gustavo Ribeiro, he's in the lead right there at 35.7. Gustavo needs a 9.6 to get into first. Oh. Crook nollie varial heel. Is that a 9.6?
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But it does help his second chance qualifier.
Absolutely. That is attempt number 4, but they're all going to have one more try, and we will re-rack the start list. Oh, this has been good right here. Okay, Alex Midler's going to kick it off. Felipe Gustavo, Felipe Mota, Gustavo Ribeiro, and then Sora Shirai right now at the top of the leaderboard with a 36.5. Man. I love it. Gustavo talking to his twin brother. Both of them absolutely rip. Alex Midler.
They're both so good.
They're both so good. Oh, a little alley-oop frontside flip. Ooh, was that one of those scenarios where he's like, no, no, that wasn't my trick? All right.
I will say Midler is by far the most difficult person for the starter to deal with.
He is a wild card in all the ways.
He never wants to listen when to go, but you know what? Goes against the way how he skates. He wants to go when he wants to go. I can respect that.
Can't box that man in. Next, Gustavo. Felipe Gustavo, he needs a 9.7 for second. Switch flip tail. I love when he gets so hyped.
I mean, really, this only matters for Vincent Malou.
And that score is a 34.1 right now.
Sitting in second place in the second chance qualifier. That switch flip front tail, one of his signatures.
I mean, if Felipe gets anything higher than an 8, it's bye-bye Vincent.
Well, I think that's bye-bye Vincent.
9.1. So Vincent Malou out. Felipe Gustavo now holding down that second place spot in the second chance leaderboard. Woo. It changes quick. All right, Felipe Mota, he needs a 9.5 to get into first.
What does he need to get into second chance qualifier?
Oh. He needs a make, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen today. It is so much fun getting to watch him continue to grow here, though, at SLS.
Yeah.
His trick selection is amazing.
It is the best. It just needs to all come together for him. And he's been so close so many times.
Gustavo needs a 9.6. Wow, he was going so fast for that.
It's a tall hubba.
Yeah. That means Sora Shirai is going to be our winner of this knockout round. Not a surprise. He doesn't need to try the cab flip back tail. But he's just showing a little of like, hey guys, this is what you're in store for.
Yeah.
Get ready.
We'll see that in a couple hours.
Oh, Nyjah there watching. Wow. That was a battle until the end.
Yeah, that was very heavy group.
Group number 4, we got Nyjah Huston out there, warming up. This is going to be a good one. I mean, they're always a good one. This is what our men's final start list is looking like so far. Giovanni Viana, Kairi Netsuki, Sora Shirai. And then we've got one more skater to qualify in through the knockout round, and then 2 second chance qualifiers. Sora Shirai right now. He's your Kona Big Wave leader. New leader. 36.5 overall. And so this is how these guys made it in. Take a look, Giovanni Viana. That trick was unhinged.
Yeah. And then with Kairi, the late back biggie off the MLK gap. Look at that.
Sora.
Backside 180, fakie 5 in the middle.
Yeah, that was amazing. There's a look at the rail. It's gotten a lot of action today. Right now, the second chance leaderboard as it stands. Felipe Gustavo, 35.2. That's the score that these skaters are going to want to beat for an opportunity to get in. And then Gustavo Ribeiro in the top spot with a 35.7. That's a high score. That is very high. Next group, we got David Reyes, Deshaun Jordan, Ryan DeCenzo, local skater Jamie Foy. Crowd's gonna go nuts for him. And then our defending champion, Nyjah Huston. Jamie Foy, 2-time Skater of the Year, out here in front of his hometown crowd. But we've also got Nyjah Huston, Super Crown champ. Stick around, lots more to come.
Kona Big Wave, Liquid Allure.
What's up, legends? R. Willie here. We are bringing the Nitro Circus Live show to Brazil for the very first time. You heard it right. We are coming to Brazil. We'll be in Rio de Janeiro June 13th, Sao Paulo June 15th, Belo Horizonte June 20th, and Brasilia June 22nd. Get your tickets now. This show is going to blow your mind.
Welcome back to SLS Miami, presented by Steak. It's the home game for Florida native Jamie Foy. He took us out on a tour this past week. Let's check it. Let's check it out in this Bank of Brazil Pro Perspective.
What's up, guys? It's Jamie Foy here. We're gonna go on a little tour around South Florida. We're in Deerfield Beach. So I grew up like 10 minutes away from here, further west, but now this area, love being back home. The more I leave, the more I realize, like, you know, no place like home. All right, this is my house growing up, the 306. It's what inspired me to put the 306 on my New Balance shoe. Yeah, this is the old neighborhood. I've eaten so much shit right here, eaten so much shit here. A lot of trials and tribulations on these grounds. The closest local spot we got was a 7-Eleven. It's a legendary too. Pretty much done any trick I could think of that I've ever done down something, it's probably done on there. We are here at Bayside, Miami. This is the famous triangle. It's a memorial dedicated to the flight crew on the Challenger spacecraft. I'm super stoked that Street League incorporated this triangle into the course at SLS, just because this is one of our most famous skate spots in South Florida, in Miami. Can't wait to see what goes down in the contest. Are we going to lot now? We over to lot. Now we are at lot 11, best skate park in the world in my mind. Well worth the drive, well worth the travel, best park in the game. It's gonna be a sick community here in the next like 10 years, I think, you know. I think it's a big growing point here where people are stoked on skating because you can skate all year round. It's kind of like California where it's just like beachy weather, but in the sense where if you could just put up with the heat, you can skate all year round. It's the best part. We're super hyped to have Street League come down here. It's just something that we haven't had yet. It's a big skate contest in Miami. It's been so long, so finally we're down here. Because Jacksonville was cool, but ain't nothing like South Florida.
There he is, local legend Jamie Foy. I know this whole crowd is going to be pulling for him. He is looking awesome this year.
The current skater of the year.
And then we've got the reigning champ, Nyjah Huston. I'm excited to see what Nyjah brings. You know, he's been working on that Disorder video for quite some time, and now that that's done, I'm like, ooh, has he been focusing, getting ready for this, or what? This is our season schedule. So we're here in Miami. On the 23rd of May, we're gonna be in Santa Monica, California for our first spot takeover. In July, September, we've got some to-be-announced spots. Paris, France, October 11th. TBA spot takeover in November, and then Sao Paulo, Brazil for the Super Crown, December 6th and 7th. It is gonna be one heck of a year.
I heard a little spot takeover.
You heard some rumors?
Heard a little rumor.
Let's hear what kind of rumors we hearing?
I heard a little Brazil, possibly.
First skater in, coming out of Denver, Colorado, 35 years old, David Reyes.
One of my favorite people, one of my favorite skaters, Deshaun Jordan from Chandler, Arizona.
Out of Vancouver, British Columbia, 38 years old, only getting better, Ryan DeCenzo.
The local legend, the two-time SOTY, Jamie Foy from Florida.
And the man that needs no introduction, Nyjah Huston. Man, I know we've talked about him so many times over the years, but I cannot wait to see what Nyjah brings to this course. I mean, we saw him warming up, jumping down that huge gap, but he kind of thrives off this stuff. I mean, a long rail, you've got that kind of tech, gnarly hubba.
I mean, he's been on such a dominant run that it like rivals what any athlete has ever done in any sport. It's crazy how he just keeps winning. He keeps progressing.
He won his first time in 2010.
15 years ago.
Yeah, 15 years ago. I'm very excited to see how he does today.
And he loves Miami. He does come here a lot.
Probably the perfect club scene for him. While we wait for things to get kicked off, let's take a look back at Nyjah's win at the Super Crown. In the look back, presented by 10X Health.
De Portugal, Gustavo Ribeiro.
There he is, Nyjah Huston. He looks pumped. Like, he looks like he's got some good energy going right now. Look at this. He's competed in 49 SLS events. He's won 26. His winning percentage is 53%.
He's above 500.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
Wow. I just hope that winning in Brazil kind of just ignited that spark in him again, and he's just going to be like right back in there. But we'll see. I also really want to see Jamie Foy win here in Miami.
Oh.
David Reyes is kicking things off.
It's a last-minute addition.
How difficult is it being a last-minute addition to this?
It changes the whole mindset, you know, and you have time to prepare and know you're going to be in it, and you get to Miami and you're like, this is what I'm here for. Versus David, you know, he kind of came in as an alternate. He was thinking, probably won't be able to skate the contest. And then the night before, they're like, you're in, you know?
He's like, oh, okay, that's got to be such a delicate balance of not getting your hopes up.
You know, everybody has nerves, but it's nice to have the nerves a little early, get them out of the way, and then get into the contest, and then let your talent take over.
Next in, Deshaun Jordan.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go.
We've seen Deshaun take a win at SLS, but it's been a long time. He's looking good out there.
I wonder if that was not what he planned, like if he got lost.
I think he kind of just, I think he might have gotten a little lost.
Oh. A really good switch front feeble, but front truck got a little in the way. That's, you know, it's a good recovery.
So yeah, an 8.8.
Get lost.
That works.
All else fails, laser flip.
Yep. Charging his lasers the whole time. Ryan DeCenzo. DeCenzo had a breakthrough, what, a couple years ago now, and just he went from, you know, he'd be here to then, man, he's like up there on the leaderboard. Interesting.
Hurricane.
How much is
nice
age?
Pop shove.
Yeah. How much is age a component in this?
Oh, you know, it depends on. He's handling it just fine, but as we all know, the recovery process of your body just changes over time. And being able to manage that is different. But DeCenzo has been able to handle it really well.
I love that I ask about age, and then he just frontside flips the huge gap.
Big MLK gap.
Like, well, for most people, it can be difficult. Whoa, did we see a spark?
Is that a spark?
I think there was a spark right there. Wow. That was huge. 8.5. Jeez. Oh, crowd's not liking that.
I thought 8.5 was pretty fair.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie Foy. The crowd's going wild. Oh. Hey, you've done this, okay? You've skated in Kansas City. What are the nerves like?
It's the hardest contest I've ever skated. You have all your friends and family in the crowd. They're all rooting for you. Everybody wants you to do well. It's a lot of pressure. Switch board slide from Jamie Foy.
He was like, nope, just make it through.
Usually when he switch ollies, it goes into a front crook.
Wow. I love that. He got the back Smith all the way across and down and the front feeble.
Wow. We got caveman fakie 5-0.
Yes. I mean, we saw him miss the first trick, but everything else was solid. Look at that.
His flat bar control is the best in the world. Look at, that has to be so scary.
I know. He does it no problem. I was waiting for it. He can do no wrong here in Miami.
Now, Jamie Foy will be a legend forever.
Nyjah Huston on course. For his first run, he needs an 8.9 to get up into first place. Now, we talk about Nyjah being so good. What can people at home expect in the line section from him?
There's no real flaws in Nyjah's game. Lines, best trick. He's just good at everything. That's what makes him so great. Has to work on half cap crooks a little bit, but.
But man, even the recovery on that was so fast.
I mean, he's done more tricks already.
Switch frontside flip.
Switch frontside flip to end his run. And people want to talk about maybe was it before or after time, but he did have to shoo a camera guy away, so I'm going to give it to him.
That's all I'm
going to give it to
right
him.
now is I'm like, man, he had to ask him to move, and then he made it.
I think there's a little interference. This has to, I would give this a 9. So we're just hearing that the switch frontside flip did not count. But look at the camera guy. He lost a little time. I think, what do they call it in soccer when you get the extra time?
I don't know. 7.9.
I don't know about that.
That one hurts the heart.
I think that's a challenge flag.
I know. I was like waiting for someone to make a call on that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still got a smile. Oh, and he's got to stand there with the cameraman.
Yeah.
7.9. I mean, like you said, man, you were like, I think that's going to be a 9. That's a big difference right there. But he can put down the next line. He can do the whole thing. David Reyes back in.
There we go.
Oh, that would have been so sick.
David Reyes is gearing up to go on a month-long skate trip.
Ooh.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Month-long skate trip?
It's the last time he went on the road for a month.
Nope.
Yep.
I don't think ever. Three even. What about you? When was the last time you went for a month?
18 years ago, probably.
Wow.
I did 5 weeks on the road one time.
Deshaun Jordan. There, he did that one really well.
I'm curious how he got lost on his first run.
No idea.
It's not like things went bad for him.
No. Coming in at the hubba. It's amazing that he can almost always pull that, the 3 flip 50, even if he doesn't lock in.
Yeah, it's the tray flip goes up there every time.
Having a tough line there.
8.8's a good backboard.
Yeah. That's going to do him just fine. So far, it's still the highest line. Ryan DeCenzo starting it off with a switch tail. I thought he was going to pop over right there.
Me too.
That was a cool fake out.
Held on to that one.
2 on the frontside flip.
And that frontside flip was a lot better. Landed so solid. Here's your pop over to 5.
That was cool.
Think the hurricane has anything to do with the stadium that we're in?
Maybe a little homage. Dude, that is a very big gap. 8.5 on the first one and an 8.8. Ties with Deshaun Jordan. Jamie Foy. Jamie got that 7.6 on his first one. There we go. What's harder, backsmith across and down or backsmith pop over like that?
Pop over's harder. Oh, switch Phoebes. Little switch back feeble.
Oh, I love that he's just popping out of everything now.
I mean, that's the control that he has.
Oh.
Oh, he was so swirly.
There's the fam, mom and girlfriend. Dude, his mom is like one of the raddest people. She's so nice, so supportive.
She is a very sweet woman.
Yes.
This front feeble down.
Look at how high he pops out. That was like an ollie.
Crossed, popped out.
All right, 8 even. Now Nyjah Huston.
Trusty tray flip.
Yep. He just looks like, it's almost like rabid. He's like so fired up.
Well, he's definitely going to make it in time now.
No! No!
Oh, man.
God, that was like heartbreaking. No, what do you mean? Do it? What do you mean?
Was that the announcer's curse?
No, that's not even real.
I was like, he has so much time. Then he bailed the throwdown.
Oh, that was heartbreaking. Man. You know what? He's being a good sport about it. I love how his whole line, we were both just quiet, waiting, like, come on. And 8 even. Oh, man, all right, so an 8 even. It improves on his first score, so we'll take it. But, man, we have so much more coming up from Nyjah Huston and all the skaters in the knockout round, Group 4. You are not going to want to miss a thing. Stick around. We'll be back in a moment.
Street League Skateboarding has been brought to you by 10X Health, the official partner of Street League Skateboarding. By Dios Azul Tequila, embrace the spirit. By Banco do Brasil, a proud sponsor of SLS. And by Wolfpak, Never average, always a wolf.
All right. Man, we have one more round here of our singles. So far, Giovanni Viana, Kairi Netsuki, and Sora Shirai are all qualified in to the finals. We're going to be taking the top skater from this group to join them, as well as our 2 second chance qualifiers. And right now, those two are Felipe Gustavo in second with a score of 35.2, and Gustavo Ribeiro with a 35.7. But it can all change. And so with that, this group is officially re-racked. We're going to rerun it again based off where everyone sits. So David Reyes is going to go first. Nyjah Huston going to go second. Jamie Foy third. Ryan DeCenzo fourth. And then Deshaun Jordan right now sitting at the top of the leaderboard with an 8.8. But in all fairness, Deshaun and Ryan both have 8.8. Jamie and Nyjah both have 8 evens. So it's a pretty close race right now.
It's a close race, and being in this last heat, you really get the chance to look at the second chance qualifier score, and you can start to chase that.
Absolutely. David Ray is up first. Ooh, going for the kickflip front nose grind. I'm curious where he's going to go.
Yeah. It's...
Whoa. Was that going to be nollie back nose blunt?
Nollie back nose blunt. He was doing it pretty easy in practice.
Huh. All right, Jamie Foy. That's 2 goose eggs so far. Jamie can start things off for us.
I mean, Nyjah's going to have to go 4 for 4.
Yeah. He can do it, though. That grapefruit grind, 180 switch feeble.
It's a grapefruit to switch. He skated the real Cobra rail in the streets very well. So this one is definitely going to be easier for him.
Yeah, I heard he was originally a little bummed that it wasn't bigger.
Yeah, I think he just liked the OG one.
I think he mouthed it before he went. I think he said front 3.
Maybe trying to get Chase to get the right fisheye angle down there.
That is a huge frontside 360. Deshaun Jordan coming in for his first attempt. Oh, yeah.
Board slide up, Cobra.
He made that look so easy.
And this is the part of skating where, look at, technically it's not hard to board slide, but going up something is so scary.
8 even. I mean, I think the judges gave him a good score for,
yeah, me too,
for the backboard up. David Reyes coming in attempt number 2. Oh.
The way his shoulders look, it almost looks like he's going to 180 out of that.
All right, this is a pressure situation here for Nyjah.
And this is huge that they didn't count that switch frontside flip in his first line.
Yeah.
Gave him an extra try.
But this is kind of how Nyjah operates, right? He's not scared of a little bit of pressure. I think he thrives on it.
This nollie back nose blunt. Popping nollie and turning your back to the triangle ledge makes it so scary. I will say the judges haven't been scoring the triangle that well, but
9 even.
Nobody's nollie back nose blunted it. 9 even for Nyjah in the 9 club.
And moves him up into first place. Jamie Foy in for attempt 2. That one looked like it got his shin pretty good.
Yeah, just trying his best to keep that pinch locked in there. Oh, it really got him.
Man, it really got him. But he's still trying to get Ryan fired up. DeCenzo in. Oh. Dude, Ryan DeCenzo is by far one of the best frontside 360ers in the world. He has done it down huge stuff. And for him to land on it and slip out 2 times in a row shows you how big that gap is. Deshaun Jordan.
Oh, wow. He almost landed primo.
That would be awful.
Awful.
Wolfpak.com delivers high-performance, customizable bags and backpacks designed for skaters and fans alike, all united by their passion for skateboarding. Elevate your game and gear up with Wolfpak, where style meets functionality. Join the movement at Wolfpak.com. That's a diesel bag. I like that.
It's a diesel bag. It looks good, though.
Yeah.
Very tactical.
David Reyes. Ooh, it's kind of the signature David Reyes move right there.
Did it on Clipper?
Yep. Nyjah putting on the right tunes. Coming in switch, looking like sweat, setting up for the heel.
I've talked to him about this. So that was a switch heel front 5 180. But he does it on accident.
And he just goes with it?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, you know, if something's taller, it's a little hard to swivel it all the way into the tail slide. But he's like, if I switch heel and it locks in the 5-0, he knows he could just kind of turn it around. He doesn't really kind of just switch heels at it and just takes whatever he gets. I really like that, though. Switch heel front 5 180 is so sick.
Yeah, that is a very cool trick. And it's like, it's convincing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he does it perfect.
9-1. Ho, ho, ho. All right, Jamie, is he going to go for that front crook again?
Oh.
Is he the best front crooker in the world?
Hands down. El Toro.
Next up, Ryan DeCenzo going for his 3rd attempt at this. Yes.
Front three is such an awkward trick down gaps, too. The fact that he has it like that is impressive.
You can just see the impact in his landing.
Yeah, and the front foot, how it kind of curls and controls the board around.
He needs an 8.1 per second, and an 8.8 does it. Ryan DeCenzo jumps up into second place. Deshaun needs a 9.4 to get up into first.
That was so chilling.
Dude, that might have been the best one he's done in SLS.
I agree.
He caught that so beautifully with his front foot.
Let's get a slow-mo on this laser.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
wow.
You're right. He caught that so good. Look, just rotates around straight to his front foot.
But his back foot just was like right there and ready to go. That was incredible. 9.3. Jeez.
It's crazy how he scoops it like a tray flip.
.3. He's got to score 26.1. Him and Nyjah right now tied.
But Deshaun's run score was better, which keeps him in that top spot. Low-key was there.
He's got one more try. He can do it.
Man,
pressure's on for Nyjah.
I think Nyjah could go back into the switch frontside flip down the gap.
He might. I mean, his board's backwards.
Yeah, it didn't count for his run.
Dude. Wow. That was so well done. Yeah, we got to see that one again. He kept that, it looked like he kept it so level.
Yeah, he has this switch heel flick, and it just, the way it kind of just flips quick right under his feet.
Catches with that front foot too, man.
And it makes it so consistent.
9-1.
I mean, that's 3 9s in a row for Nyjah.
Look at that.
The second chance qualifier for a tie worked the same way. Goes to the run score. Because he's tied.
Yeah, 35.2 right now.
With Felipe Gustavo. But all he needs to do is beat an 8 to get in the second chance qualifier, but he is sitting in that top spot right now. So
Jamie Foy. Oh. Man, unfortunately, we are not going to see Jamie Foy with the opportunity to move on. But hopefully he gets the front crook for everyone here in Miami.
look at that aftermath
That
shirt.
is so sick. DeCenzo looked like he's going to go for the gap again.
Oh, it's mobbed on him a little bit, missed the flick.
Deshaun needs a 9.2 to beat Nyjah right now.
Oh.
That was the slowest flipping frontside half cab flip ever. Whew. Man. So second chance leaderboard right now. Felipe Gustavo 35.2. Nyjah Huston has a 35.2. So he's gonna have to improve to get there. And the Lucy re-rack. So David Ray is gonna go first. Jamie Foy, Ryan DeCenzo, Deshaun Jordan, and Nyjah Huston.
And Nyjah really might not even have to worry about this second chance qualifier. He's got a pretty commanding lead.
Yeah, he's pretty safe looking.
If he does an 8.3, he'll put it out of reach for anybody.
All right, we want to see David make this. Good luck on the road, David. That's a long haul.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing those clips and the videos.
Jamie Foy coming in next. He's doing this one for the crowd.
Two-time Sodi.
Yeah, it's a tall order right there. Oh, he's going back for it. That was so sick.
Florida's joy is Foy.
Must agree. All right, Ryan DeCenzo. That was a huge three flip. That was so big.
That was so sick.
He needs an 8.6 to get up into second. But unfortunately, that's not going to be enough because we know that that second place for the second chance qualifier is 35.2.
Deshaun has a chance, though.
Ooh, Deshaun is going to need a huge score, though. He needs a 9.2 or better. Dude, fakey three flip? That was crazy.
He almost had that.
Almost, but didn't do it, and that means Nyjah Huston is going to be making his way into the finals. Now he knows, well, we're going to find out what that scores.
There is no holes in his game. He can do anything.
He can. Dude, that was so good.
That's huge. Nollie inward heel.
Look at the look, man. He just looks like he's feeling it right now.
This is very well could be 4 straight 9s in a row.
9.3. Man, what a What a round that was right there. 36.5, Nyjah Huston. This is the Kona Big Wave Trick of the Night. Sora Shirai, 9.6. Back 180, fakie 5-0 down the hubba.